pretty good. So what I'm doing is I'm going to this side, like this, and I'm checking just how that guy blows. So you can tell, like, I'm kind of really getting that off of.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe not too, not
like.
Let's try that. Yeah. Okay, that reed plays great because it's balanced. Okay. Now let me take something that's
a cool way of testing balance on a reed. Okay.
Very cool.
Okay.
Now, there are really only two things that work: the balance to me, and whether it seals.
Yeah. Okay.
If it doesn't seal,
how do you for sure tell if it seals?
Yeah, I'll show you that. Very easy. You don't do it with the neck. You got to do it with the mouthpiece.
Okay.
So you're going to get suction. Suction is everything on a mouthpiece. Okay, that's not bad. That's good.
What's going to happen? Okay, so you're.
So
just
what am I doing? I'm putting this on here. I'm like.
You're just sucking the air out of it?
I'm creating a vacuum.
Okay.
Yeah, so what you want to, you're drawing in the air. So you're not breathing in, you're sort of using you're creating, kind of like a baby sucking on a straw or something like that,
How do you get that pop? The reed closes?
Yeah, all you're doing is you're getting all the air out of the mouthpiece.
Huh.
So it's like like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
You want
to try to get a handle on that?
Maybe. Yeah. I feel like. Yeah. I'm not doing it enough.
Yeah. It's like.
Is it harder on rubber versus no?
Morgans are great. That's probably going to seal once you can get it. Okay, so it's just a question of a learning curve for you.
I guess
just
so,
get, So basically, it's sort of you're not going to be breathing in. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm gonna work on this.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah,
that will give.
But that's a good sense.
And then that amount of suction, that was all right. Usually what you have with a lot of reeds that are...
Where do you think of my position reed-wise? Is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Now, what you can do, you can create different types of resistance. Like, let's see, if you've got a reed that's soft, and you want to create a little bit more resistance, you can move this guy down a little bit. Play that. You can tell the difference there. And if you move it down too much,
this will create more resistance?
If you have a soft reed, and you just, you're not getting any sort of anything.
Interesting. Okay. How tight do you usually have?
Just firm.
Just firm enough. Okay.
Yeah, but you want to make sure that reed's going to be firmly. Okay.
Wow.
Now go back to your other position that you had.
Okay. Yeah, I usually just have like a sliver.
That's fine.
On top, but
yeah, that's fine.
But actually, that resonated pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah. So again,
yeah, there's a difference.
There's some things that you can work with there.
Okay.
Now let's talk a little bit about and these things. I don't know. Embouchure is a tricky issue.
Yeah.
And some people are, but really, how this reed vibrates is really, that's kind of where all the action is. This and this, all the action's going on here.
Okay.
So, the type of sound you get is going to have a lot to do with whether you're dampening the reed or you're. It's like a damper pedal on a piano, you know. When you put the damper pedal on, you know, it gets a little duller because there's a little cushion there, you know. So, you know, naturally, if you're really tight, you know, okay, great, legit time, great, okay. But for playing jazz, and for really trying to get the most out of the sound, you want to be pretty loose, and especially on the tenor. So. One thing I like, there are a couple of different exercises I use. This is another Allard one, is you just kind of take your two fingers like this. Now it's going to suck. The sound is going to really suck. But what it's going to do is just sort of open up this, all this tension. Because you have a lot of tension that is really pulling on this.
Okay.
Now you have a lot of you have different philosophies, and this is where if you talk with other saxophone players, they'll say, "Oh no, you got to think of the wheel, you know, the wheel of muscles around the mouth."
Just tighten.
Yeah, that's just another philosophy. This is a philosophy that works because it really gets that reed. It gets it functioning. You're articulating faster. You know, with improvising with playing jazz, you've got to get things moving.
Historically, one of the weaknesses I had is air would be escaping sometimes. Is that too loose, or is that just kind of?
It's just a question of.
It doesn't happen as much anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you this exercise, and you can try this.
Yeah.
Whoops. So what I'm doing there is I'm putting these guys right in here like this.
Yeah.
You know, it really sucks, but that's not the idea. You're really just trying to get that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Below or
Just like this. Yeah. Beautiful. The best you've ever sounded. Okay, so now I'm just teasing you. I'm sorry.
No, that's what I love it.
Yeah, Allard used to always, he gave me all kinds of, you know, oh, that's very beautiful, you know, and it's like, this shit sounds like a duck. You know? So, okay, so now, let's just for grants, why don't you just play now, just regular, after doing that.
Just to make sure go.
Yeah. Wow. So, just that little bit, that just opens you up a little bit. You know, so I did that a lot for a while. Another thing you can do is to try to see if you can play a mouthpiece on the saxophone. So that. Yeah, that's right. It's an A. It's an E at the top. So you're going to try to play a major scale.
Oh man, all right. I don't know.
And if you can't do that, just try to go. So what you're doing is a combination of moving your jaw and kind of sort of thinking of changing the pitch vocally.
Wow. Okay. I've never practiced that.
This is a new one.
I'm going.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
But you want to get so that you can just get a sound on your mouthpiece alone. Yeah, so what that's telling me, there you go, there you go. Ah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes if you're getting those little chirps, it could be that the reed is a little bit too much for the mouthpiece, you know.
Okay.
Some guys are not into this. This kind of helped me a lot.
What do you mean too much into the?
It's too resistant.
Oh, it's too okay.
Yeah. So, but you know, some guys really like high resistance setups.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
And they can play them.
Do you normally play 2 or 3? What do you?
I play like this. What is this? A 3? You know. I used to play a lot, really high resistance setups when I was
okay.
younger,
Yeah.
you know, but just don't have that kind of energy anymore.
Okay.
So. Whatever, you know, so you can do that, you can do chromatic. But this is good for a couple of things. One, it's great for tuning, getting fast with this adjustment.
Okay.
So, you know, when you're playing with brass players, trumpet players, you know, they're usually sometimes they're really sharp up there, you know. You got to be ready to go, you know, to those.
Ready to match them.
Because they're not going to want to come to you.
Yeah.
You know? That's a lot of work for a trumpet player. So.
I noticed when I was getting those chirps, it was because I was thinking more open instead of like raising that.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like you're going from O to X.
Yeah. Yeah, when I went to E, all of a sudden it came out.
X.
Mm.
You know.
Mm.
Right. Good.
Wow, how do you get high? How do you get that high?
Right.
You even know?
Yeah, you just basically just try to get that kind of change for a while.
Okay.
Because you know, like, okay, if you think like, if I'm thinking of this at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That same placement.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
wow,
Yeah.
you know, that opens the sound up quite a bit, you know.
Okay.
If I'm thinking,
Yeah.
okay, so that really, so you can just tell that's a great exercise for just starting to get you to kind of open up.
I see.
Open up the sound.
And sometimes you might want it a little more closed off.
Of course, yeah. You have all kinds of
choices.
You have all kinds of choices with the mouthpiece.
Okay.
You know, and you have amount of mouthpiece you can take. You know, lip in, lip out.
Yeah.
You know,
do you have a philosophy for how much you take in?
You know, I like to just.
Like some guys go right up to the, you know.
They go because they want to get that real. They want to get that part of the reed really vibrate. So you know, if you take in. So if I'm doing that, you know, I'm really that's what I'm using a whole lot of mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Because I can really articulate fast.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's kind of a good
interesting. Okay.
So if you're doing quicker articulation.
If you're taking more.
Yeah, if you're taking a lot. So you know, it's just a little bit more of a you have to work a little bit.
It reacts faster.
It reacts faster.
Okay,
yeah.
I see.
Because you're basically favoring that part of the reed. So.